We're here with Mark Danke. Mark, good to see you again. We got a chance to chat last year. You had some really cool things out here, but now we've got the RS7.
The phenomenal part about the car is that you can basically beat most sports cars out there. At the same time, you can take 4 people in the car, and you have plenty of space in the back. So it's amazing the kind of bandwidth that the car provides.
Okay, so tell me about the engine. We know the horsepower now, but what's actually in here?
So it's a twin turbo 4.0 liter V8. It is a very unique design because we put the turbos up into the V of the engine.
Okay.
And what that allows you to do is to generate heat a lot quicker in the turbos. It allows you to minimize turbo lag, and it also gives you packaging efficiency. The engine in this car is only less than a half a meter deep. So if you're standing in front of it, it basically goes from here to here. That's the size of the block.
Okay.
And the car can still generate, or the engine can still generate 560 horsepower.
So with the turbos in the middle of the engine, it's almost like the cylinder heads were reversed, right? So the exhaust is going up where the intake manifold would normally be.
And then it comes around the side and goes back into the intake.
And goes back into the intake.
Correct.
Okay.
On top of that, though, you have cylinder on demand. So while we have performance, we also have efficiency. And so the car on the highway gets 27 miles per gallon with the cylinder on demand system. For that, and a car that can go this kind of speed, we're really proud of it.
Now, and it's all-wheel drive.
It's got quattro all-wheel drive. It also has a rear differential that will adjust the power and the torque to the left or right side. So when you're powering out of a turn or through a turn, stay on the gas, and it actually guides you through it and adds more traction to the outside wheel.
I would definitely stay on the gas.
Yeah,
by the way.
You probably should.
Yeah, right?
Should. Exactly. We're really proud of our interior craftsmanship, obviously, and our designers work very, very hard to just get that really, really meticulous fit and finish and craftsmanship. Part of that is a design element, and part of that is fit and finish. So from a design standpoint, we have a honeycomb stitch in the RS7 seats that mimic the honeycomb design of the grille in the front of the car. You'll notice on this end here, and you'll have to probably pan around with the camera with me here, but this is actually black oak that is lined with aluminum strips. It's not paint. It's actual sandwich layers of black oak and then aluminum, then black oak and then aluminum, and then cut transversely and molded into the shape that you then see on the dash.
All right, so this car may be a little out of reach for some people, so let's go take a look at something else you guys got.
Yeah,
let's
fantastic.
Go take a look at. The A3 line is completely new, and you have 4 new cars in the lineup, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're really proud of this and really excited. We have basically an A3 model that we're coming back into the market with, and the exciting part about it is that now we get an A3 sedan that starts at about $29,900. That is the white car here, and for those people that want a little more sporty driving, as well as a lot of the design elements, whether it be the wheels, the grille, the mirrors, the seats, etc., and the transmission, you get a 290 horsepower S3. The great part is that while we have a sedan version, we also will be unveiling later an e-tron that will give you a plug-in hybrid for people that are a little bit more into the efficiency, but with performance. We do not develop cars that are in any way laggards, if you will. We want people to have a great Audi driving experience no matter which car they get into of ours. And then, of course, the great part, and we're in Southern California, perfect for this market, at the end of the row here, we also have a convertible model of the A3 as well.
Right. Now, other than the e-tron, these are all powered by 4-cylinder engines, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And then you're adding a turbo to the S3, or you're adding a supercharger? What are you doing?
We start off with a 1.8 liter in the A3. You can also get a 2.0. All of our engines are turbocharged.
Okay.
And then we also have our plug-in hybrid that has a split between 100 horsepower on the electric motor and 100 horsepower on the 1.4 liter engine. So really exciting stuff in terms of that, and that's a 5-door coupe, if you will. And that car then has a little bit, like I said, a little bit more of the efficiency realm to it. The really exciting thing, I think, for people that are interested in the A3 model line in general, whether you want more performance or you're happy with a base level performance, is that you also get our new MMI system. Before, we've had a MMI Touch where you could write the letters and numbers that you want to dial or enter into the nav. You can put that in, scribe that in. We've now integrated that touchpad into the actual rotary knob on top.
Okay.
And for the first time ever, you have a 4G LTE data connection in these cars when you get the nav system. that then offers Wi-Fi for up to 8 devices. And it's really kind of cool because you expect an entry-level car to, of course, represent an entry level to a brand.
Right.
But the interior on this car is exactly what you would expect from an Audi. There's no chinting, there's no cheap materials. It really looks like, like an Audi.
I wouldn't call it entry level. I would just call it the smaller Audi.
Well, it is.
That's really what it is, right?
The previous A4 B5 version, as we call it, for a couple of iterations back, was basically the same footprint as this car. And that has left a space in the marketplace for us to then come in and bring an A3 back in the form of what used to be an A4.
So you're gonna have your coupe, you're gonna have your sedan, convertible, and then the S3 is the S going to be available in those different body styles as well, or is that just going to be?
The S is going to be in this body style in the sedan. It's going to look as it does here, with it, and it has the great-looking honeycomb stitch on the side bolsters. It has a lot of nice elements in terms of the wheels and the grille and the mirrors as well. So you have turbo diesel, direct injection. You have a plug-in hybrid. You have gas. You have performance, and you have one without a roof.
Yeah, and speaking of diesel, diesel is basically something you guys have invested in so much that it's all across the board, right? You have diesel in almost everything you have, right?
We just launched on the A6, A7, the Q5, and that it joined the A8 and the Q7. So you're not wrong in saying that. It's the A4, and that will come in the next iteration of the A4. But yeah, we find diesel technology to be fantastic. As an example, on the A8, you get 800 miles on one tank of gas, and that's not trying. That's with getting seat massage and using your Wi-Fi and having your stereo blasting. So it is a really relevant technology, we feel, for today.
Yeah, I think this is great. I think the A3 is a gorgeous car, and look, here's a car you can get into Audi quality for less than $30,000.